All right, all right, all right. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Friday. It's a fantastic Friday. Time to do some art and all those things. So this is the character I've been developing. Not sure about. I think possibly. I was looking at on YouTube um, about like views, and they're steadily like dropping in this series this week. I think yesterday's like I average maybe around 50, 60 views per episode every day. I mean, it's not massive amount of views, but yesterday's only got 16, I think. And you could see like decreasing because it's the same character being developed, and I think a lot of people maybe want to see something new every day. But also, I don't really know. I don't really know. Um, Maybe I need to do something different. Maybe next week we do another one character, but instead of doing an orthographics, maybe I'll just do line art or something. Hey Kuru, Captain Jetlag, Orby. Yeah. So I don't know. I think maybe switch it up. Maybe maybe it was a mistake doing orthographics. Maybe it's not that interesting. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, people wanted the ref on this side. So here is just the original sketch that created the idea. And I think it's a shame that a lot of people kind of not too interested in the technical aspect of concept art. I mean, obviously, maybe it's not that interesting to look at. I mean, granted, I can get that why people maybe are not that interested in observing an orthographic being made. So I don't know. I don't know how to decipher the statistics. I mean, like a lot of you guys, are quite verbal about how good it is. Interesting to see this series uh, this week of seeing a concept being processed and created. But statistically looking at for example, at YouTube, it's not at all very good statistics. So my concern is maybe the overall idea might be good or not good. That's something I've yet to figure out. Det är duktig Hugo. So alright, let's put the hand up here. And maybe have the fingers being sucked in, and we need to look at it's a little bit like that. So I'm quite unsure about the factors that causing the significant drop in views. Maybe it's something that maybe it's just bad luck. Maybe it's many factors. Maybe it's just the discussions we've been having or talking is too different, and maybe they don't like it. I don't know how to kind of decipher the stats. Hey, number one talent. Morphia, good morning, good morning. Captain Jetlag, yeah, it's a less dynamic for sure. That's why maybe next week I want to do the the sci-fi voodoo priest. I want to redraw it. So I think for the next week, what I will want to try to do is take that old warm-up from last year. I did some voodoo priest with a robotic snake kind of standing. Like I mentioned earlier, the paint job wasn't that interesting. I mean, the colorization was kind of, it was what it was for half an hour. But the idea of it is pretty cool. So I wanna go back to that one, and I was thinking maybe this time I'll just not do an orthographic, but just develop the line art better and do some colorization, as in flat washes, and see where that goes. Maybe people will find that more interesting. So let's continue with the series of developing an idea further, but maybe people don't like orthographics. Maybe it's not that interesting to look at. Kuro, yeah, I'm not basing my ideas on what YouTube thinks. I mean, obviously it's Troll City, um, but statistics do show. I mean, an average statistics show what people find interesting. I mean, obviously here on Twitch, I don't have the same in-depth statistics, and I'm quite sure the statistics are different for Twitch versus YouTube. Um, but still, it's an indicator of something. So I'm just playing with the idea of, what can I do to make the experience better. It's nothing in particular like that. Like I'm going to be crying at night, but it is statistics, and I want to decipher those statistics and why people are dropping off in view. It could be I use a very similar thumbnail and people just go, "Is that the one I've already seen?" Maybe. Um, Maybe Captain Jetlag. It could be that they're not that interesting, or that they get bored quickly. Lurib, yeah, that's good. Yeah, you have a free orthographics here. Svensson Art, hey, 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 hey. Congratulations on a good stream on Suzanne Helmix last night. There was a nice creature you painted. Good stuff. Captain Jetlag, yeah, maybe. Could be, could be. That's true, Morphe. I mean, this is what you do every day as a concept artist, more or less. If you have an approved concept, this is what you got to do. You have to do a orthographic, or you have to do a post orthographic, so that the modelers can see what you have in your mind and produce it, so that it becomes the best translation of your ideas, right? So let's see. Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do boob girls for sure. Morphia, yeah, exactly. In that sense, it's true. I mean, like he said that they were looking at statistics over likes versus sales, and every 1,000 like on Facebook generated a sale, statistically. So obviously, you shouldn't worry too much about that, and I don't. I just wanted to discuss it because I saw a trend of a steady decrease in traffic for these episodes this week, which is an interesting thing. I want to figure out how to um, correct it in a way, because personally like the idea of developing a concept, because I've done so many warm-ups over 2 years now, or this is the second year, um, that there's so much things to enhance, right? I used to go back on weekends offline and keep sketching on previous warm-ups to kind of enhance them, and I like the idea of what that did. So I want to, in a way, I want to do that more, right? So that I can actually take them somewhere, because a lot of warm-ups based on you guys topics, they're pretty fun ideas, right? We are collaborating on the ideas, and I think it's a shame to let them go. So what I want to do is kind of keep on developing them somehow, and I think this series of concepts is a pretty good idea, you know. So let's experiment with the setup and observe statistics. And maybe I need to make the thumbnails for the old episodes more exciting to look at. That's good, Morphia. It's a good point. But yes, Svensson did a good job. His microphone wasn't too loud, like at IFCC workshop show off. It's good fun. Okay, we got the back view pretty kinda sorted. I don't need to really switch that around. I think that's multi-jointed. Should remove the things. Probably should make a palm of sorts. Let's do an inside grip thing. Okay, that's good enough. Let's. I think the spine is getting somewhere. It's very messy. And 19 minutes left. Okay, let's just start moving the hand a little bit faster. Let's just do some small changes. I want to attempt the side view arm at least, or maybe just screw it and I don't know. I don't think I will continue the orthographics after this week. I think next week we'll try a new sci-fi voodoo priest. Do just a kind of clean up line drawing of the original sketch. Keep pushing the original concept that was created, but not do an orthographic. Don't do anything like that. Just like take what's there and make it better. Because I really like the idea of that voodoo priest, and it had some cool proportions with mechanical arms and robot snake and all these things. I think it'll be a good change up, because also now I'm doing an orthographic, which means I'm drawing the character twice in a sense. So the effort becomes spread. And in theory, it's less visual interest because I'm just drawing a back view of the same thing. But you know, with a voodoo priest, you'll see the same concept being worked on and pushed forward. So maybe that'll be more interesting for people to watch on YouTube. Hey, good morning, Mila. Yeah, he had it was so funny. Me and some other lecturers were sitting and we got caught off guard with Svensson's microphone screaming. It was all good fun. I mean, we tried to inform him, but he was just screaming in that microphone. I don't think he heard us. After jet lag, yeah, I'll just draw boobs all day next week. Every day is a boob window. In-depth study of gravity and breasts. And for some reason, they're always coated in oil, so they're like super shiny and extremely oversized for some odd reason. And made out of gelatin. Some more work on the leg mechanics. Yeah, I'd love to show the legs a little bit better. It's a little bit like I would love to spend more time designing it more correctly with like a fold outs and all these things, but I think it will require more streams where I would draw everything, and I doubt that a lot of people would find it that interesting. But I mean, it's fun. It's a fun thing to do. This kind of concepting of defining and defining. I would love. I mean, I think. I don't know. Yeah, Svensson did a good job. It was a pretty good stream. It was laid back. Obviously, you guys been talking before. It wasn't like first time interview. It was good stuff. Svensson, yeah, it was the IFCUC microphone joke. But it was so funny. I can't help bringing it up, Svensson. I hope you don't mind. But it was like what the comical what you would assume someone screaming in a microphone or using a microphone too close to the mouth would sound like on a presentation, and you just can't hear anything. It's like it just goes just this inaudible loud sound level. And Svensson, he was like Örjan, he was like making jokes that no one could hear, and it was just like crickets in the audience. Because no one could hear what he was saying. We did, Svensson, we did. We tried to tell you, but no one, but you couldn't hear us because the microphone was just taking over. I mean, we could stood up and screamed at you, but that, I mean, obviously maybe you would we wouldn't know how you reacted to that, but we did yell out like we can't hear you, we can't understand. You were like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr, rrr," and it was echoing through the hall or the venue. So yeah. Oh, it's was so good. It was a good, funny joke though. It's a good experience. I mean, you'll definitely be remembered for it, and it's a good memory. So hopefully you don't mind me making a little bit of fun. But then also one of the instructors who had panel talk, he also did a show off, and his name is Giles Ketting, and he was very nervous, and he decided to do the fastest show off, I think, in show off history. So he would just literally like 1 second comment per painting. He said like between legs, boobs, mist, oh scary. Just went through all the pictures and everyone just started laughing, and it was really funny. And he was, yeah, I don't know, it was perfect. It was hilarious. I'm obviously not making it as funny as the experience was because I'm butchering the whole thing, but yeah, Giles just kept blasting through his stuff. It was just so funny. He's a good guy, a good friend. So yeah, but I mean, a lot of people did get jobs out of their show off. One guy got even hired by Six More Vodka, which is pretty cool. Or at least he got an interview at Six More Vodka from his show off presentation. And I know that a lot of other people in position to hire, they took notes and most likely contacted people afterwards. Which is really good. Good for the people showing off, and they were all nervous and um, but it does pay off to be able to showcase art in a way like on a big presentation screen, like a cinema screen. It's really useful, and you never know who's watching and what they're looking for. And a lot of people like, oh, I don't want to show, and I kept on saying, like, do it. You have to do it. It's free advertisement. Like, just go and do it, and then you're done, and you'll be shown it for hundreds of people, and you never know who thinks about what and wants what. It's a good platform to showcase what you got. Says an art, yeah, exactly. Anson Tan. Uh, yeah, sometimes as a freelancer that happens. You get a dry patch and clients just don't have any work for the moment. And that can happen. Mhm. Inget. So let's correct some of the light. I feel like a lot of it's being flatly lit. Let's enhance some of that, so that we're starting to sense um, the ups and downs of the body. Well, that's quite saturated. Let's desaturate it. So now we should have slightly better rhythm. Let's group that and switch it on. Yeah. Now we can see which part goes in and which part goes out. Yes. Okay. So where are we with time? 5 minutes, 6 minutes left. Oh no. So we got somewhat inaccurate back and front view. Somewhat. I would have loved to spend more time, but alas, no. So 5 more minutes. What damage can I do in 5 more minutes? Not a lot. Let's detail some on the front. Oh yeah. Thanks, Morphia. By the way, whoever said orange, now I remember. Let's start adding some small orange like accents to the character, like labels and very secondary information, so that or tertiary information. Let's see, where can we put some orange? Let's put some orange maybe on that edge. Nah, that'll be too much. Let's add some there. More hand details. Yeah, I know, they're very loosely defined, those hands. I would have loved to spend more time on the hands, but I think this is the last hurrah of the character today, Friday. I'm not going to spend more time on it. I think so. Just some last minute, maybe glowing center of the spine, standard. Standard bullshit details. Bullshit. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I think with more time, I would have like rendered in the light. Like if they're glowing, they would be glowing properly, etc. But I think these accents are pretty decent for now. I mean, the purpose of them is pretty okay. I mean, obviously, I would have loved to spend time designing everything. And also, what I just realized now is that the character itself, in the pose, uses swords. And I would have loved to design the swords for this character. I think that would be some pretty cool exploration. Like, where does she, I'm seeing it as a she, where does she hide the swords and all these things? You know, I think that could be a really cool little design solution to it. But as is, no time for that. Let's add some detail there too. Just why not? Indicators of rotation. All right. Sure, Captain Jetlag. Absolutely. Of course we can do that. No problems whatsoever. Yeah. I mean, I can do a quick little hack job of the sword in the last 40 seconds. So, Captain Jetlag, I'll put the high resolution version of the ortho on Discord. Fantastic zoomed out line art. Making a sharp edge for a sword zoomed out with a not very smooth brush. It's the best kind. It's the best kind of line art. Or line quality, rather. There we go. Time's up. Thanks, Mila. So yeah, this is, what is it, 2.5 hours? 5 days? Yeah, 2.5 hours. Somewhat orthographic. Yeah, I mean, obviously I would have spent more time than 2.5 hours in total, but I think for what it is, it's pretty okay. So thanks everyone for coming. Maybe I will do an extra stream on Saturday. We'll see. I haven't decided. Check, hit follow to get notifications, or keep an eye on Twitter or Facebook, whatever. Otherwise, Monday morning, where we will be redoing the Tech Voodoo Priest from last year. I'm going to be redeveloping it and doing clean line art, I think, and no shading, just flat washes. I think shading takes time, so let's see where we can go with that. All right. Thanks everyone for coming. Good night, good day. Happy Friday. Have a beer or not.